You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show. Hello and welcome to Movie Beaters with the Farx Brothers. I'm Kirk.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Nick.
And we're joined by Devin Phaly, creative director. Today we're talking about Karate Kid 2019, non-spoilers.
2019?
2010.
2010.
Do you know what years are?
Yeah.
Where were you in 2010?
I just graduated high school, probably in my freshman year of college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And obviously the elephant cast in the room is going to be asked, so let's get this over quickly. I fell off my one wheel. I hit a pothole. I'm going to be okay. You're going to see me with this on for the next couple of episodes. I appreciate all the jokes you're going to send my way. My father has been saying, my adopted Irish father, has been saying that it's a midlife crisis. I don't think that's what that is, but I would like to encourage anyone that, if you, I consulted my wife and Mrs. Farx and okay, do I need to go to the doctor right now? No, because my pain is low. And it would be more expensive if I went to the emergency care, and I would have ended up I would have had the surgery at the same time. So, as my GP and doctors told me, post my GP. So just, take care of yourselves, but also value yourselves. I think what was great about this Karate Kid is how much Jackie Chan's beating himself up. But we'll save that for spoilers. We'll save that for spoilers. What I always like to ask people is, why the hell did you pick this movie?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's part of an ongoing series, but it was way different than the other ones, and it was honestly a funny enough to say, a staple movie that my family watched.
Oh.
Because I also have I have a half black brother who also looks like Jaden Smith, so we always watched it, and it was just a fun, interesting dynamic because we'd always talk about it and always refer to it oh, we're gonna watch that next Christmas kind of thing. So it was a kind of I don't know how to say a very family warm movie that we watched, I guess, all the time. And so yeah, that's kind of why I picked this movie, because I feel it always just comes to mind. So yeah.
We also had a transracial adoption in my family. So my sister is the sister I grew up with, not my brothers, obviously. My Farx brothers here is a woman of color. So my daughter, who I watched this with, the older Farxling, I think, hey, this looks like my cousin. When she was watching it, I don't know how to talk to a 6-year-old about race exactly yet. We have watched Hairspray, so they know about Hairspray takes place in the 1960s, and it's about how only one day of the year do they let black folks on the show.
That's Hairspray?
I thought it was a musical.
Yeah,
it's a musical about racism.
Yeah, it's a musical about integration in the 1960s.
It's racism with song and dance numbers.
Yeah, wow. It's real jolly.
Wouldn't this movie be better if it was called The Kung Fu Kid?
Because
because Jackie Chan is kung fu, it's not karate.
It's in China and not Japan.
Right? Yeah.
Well, technically, they retconned Karate Kid Legends.
You've seen Karate Kid Legends?
Yeah.
I have too.
I
have that. I have too.
Is it as bad as everyone says it is?
It's not terrible.
Man. It's not horrible, but I think the storyline was just rushed, and they rushed everything, and then obviously they gotta have Jackie Chan in there, so they're trying to make sure. I don't think they really did it justice because they had to give everyone screen time, and then they try to bridge the Cobra Kai and everything. And
Cobra Kai does intersect with it.
Kind of, yeah, they do.
Well, because it's a genuine sequel to the first 3. Right, so
the next Karate Kid doesn't play into.
No, it's in the same universe because that had Mr. Miyagi still, but this has what's Ralph Macchio's Johnny? Is it John?
No.
But yeah, he's on Cobra Kai, and he's
Yeah.
in this. And
He's
then-
in the Legends, yeah.
Do they just? I didn't see it, but did they? So did they just kind of like bring Jackie Chan in for like a small part in that
No,
one?
he's
That
pretty.
oh,
He's
is
not
he?
big, but he's in the movie.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was just wondering if like it made it seem like it was an afterthought to make it also a sequel to the 2010 Karate Kid.
No, he's in it.
Yeah, I think they wanted to incorporate him. Like they had a scene with him, I think, where Ralph Macchio like called or someone called Jackie Chan. He was in China, and then he somehow made his way to New York City. I was like, okay, cool. But yeah,
I've heard that one's very bad, so I haven't watched it from people who love Jackie Chan and love the Karate Kid. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I think this is actually the best entry in the franchise. Karate Kid 2010, I think, is the best entry in the franchise because, and here's my arguments. You liked it as a young person, and let's see, so this was 16 years ago, so I can kind of do the math on like where you were at in your life.
Yeah.
And my 6-year-old and 4-year-old, when I put this on, instantly like into it. Now they've also seen the 1984 Karate Kid, but I don't think it was as engaging, and there's less they could relate to. Also, aging down the main character, I think, is helpful because, like, I could argue it shouldn't be called the Karate Kid; it should be called the Karate Teen.
Okay. Sure. I mean, he's not a kid. Ralph Macchio isn't a kid in the Karate Kid, either,
Alliteration.
isn't he?
You needed the alliteration.
Isn't he a teen?
it's a play on words.
Yeah.
It's a kid, Karate
Well, he's
Kid.
a teen. That's what I'm saying. Is like he's 16, and then
Oh, you're saying the 1984 movie should have been called the Karate
that should have been
Kid.
called the Karate Teen, and this should have been called the
Alright.
Kung Fu Kid.
That's valid.
Right.
And they
It's too
still could be
confusing.
in the same franchise, the
Along with
name-
Taekwondo Teen.
Yeah.
There you go. TT.
Or
Well,
Teen Wolf. something like that.
Taekwondo. Then it would have to be Korean, because Taekwondo is Korean, correct?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's another
Oh.
side series you can do in the whole in the
Right.
in the expanding universe.
Kung Fu Kid, Taekwondo.
Yeah, and they
Just,
bring
like,
in
build it off.
the lady from the K-pop Demon Hunters,
Which lady?
the one I criticized on episode 99.
Maggie something? I don't know her last name.
Sure, yeah, or any of the actresses, because
Alright.
I was thinking of who are famous Korean,
Actors?
yeah,
Or creatives?
or creatives, yeah, and K-pop is I think
Bong
where most.
Joon-ho?
I watch a lot of K dramas.
You watch a lot of K-dramas.
Wow. I
Why?
should definitely ask you that in our interview.
I like really corny dramas, and it was a period, but I don't watch as much anymore. But I think as like K dramas kind of grew, obviously like Netflix adopted like a bunch of like Korean movies, and series, and then with like Squid Games and everything, like it just became really popular. But there's just such a diverse amount of genres in the Korean movie and series. Like my favorite is like what's it called, like true crime detective Korean series and movies. I think they do a good job of like telling stories and filming in that genre as well, not just like the corny like romantic comedy Korean dramas. But yeah, I know like a fair share of Korean like actors and stuff, or K-pop artists and stuff.
Okay,
Nice.
sweet. Do you have any suggestions of who could be
K-pop?
in the Taekwondo team?
No,
Like
probably,
casting?
probably not young enough for it to know.
Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of weird to know. Like, I can't. If you gun to my head, could I think of kid actors today? Who's
Well, I
the-
mean, Hollywood
Yeah.
has always casted 30-year-olds to play teenagers, so I think that's
Yeah,
fine.
like the Disney and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you got like
so
30
wait,
years.
is anyone going to fight me on this being the best entry?
No, I don't know. Maybe not.
The
I was gonna say
1984 one is
2.
better because
Let's
it
go
has
2.
the original.
I really like 2 when he goes to Japan.
Okay, well, I was thinking
Yeah.
Karate Kid. Like, this is not spoilery.
Mm-hmm.
The Karate Kid, is this a remake or is this
Because they retconned it, technically it's not a remake anymore.
So it's just a.
It's Karate
Sequel,
Kid 5
prequel.
now.
Yeah.
Because of Karate Kid Legends.
That's dumb. Just so I can get that out there.
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's well, I mean, there's plenty of franchise movies now where they just do a belated sequel with the the title. So
it's
that
a
doesn't
legacy sequel. So it's a legacy
sure.
sequel, but everyone thought
Yeah.
it was a remake.
Yeah,
at the
but not
time.
in the sense that it doesn't have any of the recurring characters. You, like the fact that they didn't reuse names made it possible to pivot later and say like that, what I mean? It's not overwriting Mr. Miyagi and Johnny. I think I keep saying Johnny. I think that's the character's name.
Johnny's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who
does he play?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but I mean.
Can't think of it.
Wait,
Ralph.
we can't think of
Macchio.
Ralph Macchio's character's name? What is it? You guys who...
No.
Did you guys watch all of Cobra Kai?
I
Nope, I
saw
didn't watch Cobra Kai.
up until season 4.
I'm on the last season, and they released it in 3 parts, so I got lost and stopped paying attention. Sorry, Ted. Sarandos, he watches the show religiously.
This show?
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
nice.
Ted Sarandos is watching this. Okay, so you're not gonna. How about argue with me on length? When I turned this on, I was like 2 hours and 20 minutes, and then I wasn't bothered by it.
It didn't feel long to me either.
No, I like the length.
You like the length? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
perfect
does
long.
it? No offense, but you're a
Yeah.
young person, so like when I was younger, I didn't have a problem with like, oh, this is a 2.5 hour movie, okay. But as I've gotten older and less of my life is left, I got this idea from you.
Yeah,
Nick
are you
Farx.
calling out Nick
Yeah.
on that?
Yeah.
You're stealing my back 9 holes of golf.
And now
I'm
it's
on my
Metaphor.
back 9, so I can't waste time on a 2 hour plus movie or
Yeah.
2.5 hour movie.
For sure.
But like, if it's good, it's good.
yeah,
So
didn't feel like 2.5. You said?
it didn't. And although I didn't, this time I didn't watch it all in one sitting because I wanted to watch it with a child to see it through their eyes.
Is this
good
one of the
take.
kind of things where you like you can't watch without a kid? You're an animated thing.
No, that's not my rule on animated movies.
It was.
Yeah, no. It's
Oh, okay.
kids to animated movies that are intended for kids are like alcohol or weed for any other movie. Because
Okay.
if you choose, which you legally can in some places, to partake in cannabis or alcohol, it doesn't make the movie worse. It always makes the movie better. I also realize I left the freezer open and I'm on camera, so I apologize.
Okay. Anybody need anything? I got frozen ground chicken.
No, I'm good.
I feel like the animated movies, like they're starting to tailor like the audience to adults now.
Yeah.
Like if you can get in with reeling in with the emotions, the storytelling, like they're gonna have kids and adults watching together. So I mean, I've watched like what was it? What's that movie? The one with like all the emotions. Like the
Inside Out.
Inside
Out too. Like yeah, I feel like they did a great job on that one. So I watched it with my girlfriend, but.
We have a very lengthy episode on that one where I think I recount going
Inside
to a
Out
strip
2?
club. What?
Inside Out 2.
Yeah, I think we covered Inside Out 2 on Movie Baiters because Nick
Did we?
saw it with at the time living girlfriend roommate.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
true. We did, and I liked it.
way.
I hadn't seen the first one, and I liked Inside Out too.
And that's a child of similar age to Jaden Smith in this. What is his name? I could not say his name.
Dre.
No.
Dre.
Wait,
Well,
how's it say?
Shout Dre.
Jackie
Shout Dre.
includes that first part, doesn't
What was
he?
that?
Doesn't Jackie include that first part?
Yeah, he
Zhao?
does.
Yeah.
Shao is like student or
Yeah.
like yeah, that's what it means.
Like San is San Japanese? Where you add
Son
it for
Goku. I forget what that is, but yeah, I think they add some
Yeah.
like
something.
master
Yeah,
or
yeah,
teacher is
something.
what
Yeah.
San I thought meant, and then and wait, isn't Chan like child in Chinese?
I don't know.
Because Jackie Chan is like, Jackie Child, but now he's like,
I don't think
old.
that's
He's
literal.
old. I don't know.
This is the second Jackie Chan movie we've covered. Like, what is your
No, yeah.
relationship to Jackie Chan?
Well, what's funny is like my family and my sister, they'd be like, they call me Jackie Chan because I look like him. They say that, and I'm like, that's funny. But then I feel like I've always watched Jackie Chan movies with my family, and that's like, obviously it's the action comedy that we all like love, and so that's kind of like how Jackie Chan's like kind of why I resonate with a lot of his movies, because it's more of like our family experience together. But yeah, I love action comedies too. So.
Did you ever retort with "because I'm cute like Snoopy"?
Right? Yeah, that.
That's what he says in Rush Hour.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, that's so funny. That's one of my favorite scenes.
I saw my first Jackie Chan movie. I think it was Shanghai Noon was my first one.
Uh-huh.
When I was like a young lad. My sister fought me on that being the movie we rented, but then she loved it too, and we both loved. And now I've shown my kids Shanghai Noon. I want to show them Shanghai Nights, which I honestly think is a little bit better. I'm going to wait a couple more years for Rush Hour, but
Isn't Rush Hour Rush Hour is R-rated?
No, PG-13.
No,
There
but Jackie does say the N-word in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Me too.
You can say the N-word in a PG-13 movie.
Oh.
I don't think you should, just to be clear.
Dang,
or,
alright.
you know what? No. I don't want to tell people what to write. If you can make it work and you can get it past.
You can only say one F word and not as a verb,
it's-
but you can say as many N words as you want.
But like Jackie saying that in Rush Hour isn't like, it's not making fun of black people. It's making fun of his ignorance of American culture.
Yeah.
I feel like they just don't make movies like that anymore. You probably can't. I don't know. Back in the day, like in the 2000s, 2010s, like they were making some outrageous movies.
Well, yeah, it was 2010. The last funny, like, just balls to the wall comedy was Neighbors 2: Sorority Rising, because
The period blood?
what?
The period blood?
That was yeah. Mrs. Farx and I just rewatched that because we watched Neighbors 1 and the Neighbors 2. It took us like 2 weeks to get through both of them. You know, not watching around the children, and I forgot how like hard Neighbors 2 goes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neighbors was great.
and then Donald Trump got elected, so. We
Okay.
can't have comedies anymore. Excuse me, I'm calling him Donald W. Bush until this war is over. So hope you can get the Kurds to work for you, buddy. He watches too. He and Ted Sarandos, they
right.
braid each other's hair and watch. They braid each other's wigs. Sorry.
He does have a lot of hair, so I don't think he's being braided or anything.
Oh, no, Donald W. Bush, Michael Cohen talked about once how it's very long and then he like wraps it around to get the like haven't you noticed that his
Like
hair
a
is
thing
always
of cotton candy.
He's orange cotton candy. Sorry, we went off of the Karate Kid, but also like I'm surprised that they don't receive more hate than they do as not just Americans in China, but as black people in China, because I have been under the impression, basically from a D.L. Hughley episode where he got an Asian neighbor, and they went into like how Asians and black people supposedly didn't like each other. This is a '90s sitcom.
Yeah, but
with
that's
D.L.
too serious of a movie for a Karate Kid to tackle, don't you think?
Well,
Racial.
I mean, he is kind of bullied for being the other, and then
Not because he's black, though.
well, no, it's because he's the other.
Yeah.
It's because he's an American. But there's that one towhead white kid you see toward the beginning, and then he goes away and you see him at the championship. They must have cut a bunch of scenes with him, right?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think so. Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, it made it look like he was gonna help him out, and then he wasn't even like part of it after the beginning. But yeah, I don't even know why he was included in the end because he was not in like any of it.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
This is very odd. Are you pro or against Rush Hour 4? Sorry, just to bring it all together with James and Donald Trump and all the things.
I'm pro because I feel like there's got to be one last go.
Especially after
Even
3.
with Brett Ratner?
I don't know.
Wait, he's coming back?
Theoretically, I think he has to because it's his.
Yeah.
It's not
but-
his.
Well,
I mean,
but
he was.
the reason it happened is because he directed the president's wife's documentary,
Oh.
and that now because
Oh.
of that, they're juicing the maybe merger that's going to happen with, and they're going to make Rush Hour 4.
Oh, so that's so he's kind of advocating for it.
Yes, the
Yeah.
president is advocating for what movies should get made. What is this, communist China?
Right.
What?
Alright.
I don't get to make fun of China a little bit.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
to do. Lethal Weapon 5. We need it now.
I really like how Mel Gibson relates to his wives. Is what he'll say, or something like that. Yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah. But Jagged's getting old, and Chris Tucker is also getting pretty, and he doesn't really do that many movies anymore or stuff. So
I watched Chris Tucker's, and hi, you tuned in to Movie Bakers with the Farx Brothers to talk about Karate Kid 2010. I watched Chris Tucker's eulogy at Jesse Jackson's funeral recently. It was okay. He talked about like Jesse Jackson kidnapping him on a plane and traveling around the country because I guess Jesse Jackson just used to travel around the country on a PJ and visit people, and eventually he visits Bill Clinton.
And he trafficked Chris Tucker?
Well, I don't know what, they didn't, he in his eulogy didn't get into whether or not he did any sort of, you know what I mean.
Well, I'm just, no, I just don't know.
That is the joke of Chris Tucker's eulogy. You can all go look this up. It's Jesse Jackson's funeral. But I saw Chris Tucker give a eulogy. And Chris Tucker was on Epstein's Island, so let's just make sure all the demonetized.
Are you for Rush Hour 4 or against?
I think I have to come out against Rush Hour 4 because
of Brett Ratner and Donald Trump?
Yeah, I mean, Brett Ratner is gross, clearly. Sorry, Brett. Love that you watched the show. And I don't like any leader of any... Well, I got mad when Chuck Schumer said someone on Fox shouldn't be on TV, so I also get mad when the Republican president, who's not that either, says, hey, I think this is the movie that should get made. No, the government doesn't dictate what movies should get made or shouldn't get made. That's completely separate from the government. I criticize China for that, so why wouldn't I criticize my own government for that?
Well, isn't that like a freedom of speech thing? He can say whatever the hell he wants.
Rush Hour 3 wasn't that good.
It wasn't. That's why I'm advocating
that
for
would
a
be
fourth
my
one.
question, because I haven't seen really any of them. If you...
You haven't seen Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3?
No.
What the...
if the last one wasn't good and you kind of want, you know what I mean, like so it's like the opposite of Toy Story 3 where everyone's like, no, Toy Story 3 was perfect, like don't do
Great
4,
ending.
like you don't want to ruin something, or if the last one wasn't what you hoped. It's like I remember feeling that way, like with Scream 3. So like when they finally did Scream 4, I'm like, yeah, because
Fast and Furious did the same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They doubled down.
Because they went to Tokyo.
Yes.
Bring it back to Asia. They went to Tokyo, and then they're like, no, we got to bring it to Mexico.
Sure.
And CGI these cards going through tunnels.
Tunnel.
Yeah, but like, why would you not want if 3 wasn't like the conclusion that it deserved? Why would you not want 4?
Because I think it'll be even more diminishing returns. And free speech doesn't apply to the president. Like, he can say whatever he wants, but when he says
not
moves
in that
markets.
way. Like, he could say, hey, Warner Brothers, can you please make more of these movies? He could say that if he wanted to. Couldn't he?
Yeah, and the 25th Amendment exists for just those kinds of occasions. But
I feel like with like the Karate Kid Legends, like that was... I don't know if that should have been made. I don't know. For me, like, all right, like the 2010 Karate Kid, I was like, all right, that I don't know. For me, that was it. I was like, all right.
I just want a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Like, and if you can make the
Technically, you did get one.
So Karate Kid 7 will be bringing back Jaden Smith.
That would be insane.
Where are you guys at with like kung fu movies? Like, have you watched the Ip Man series?
Like, lately, or?
I watched Ip Man. I watched even like Bak. He's like a Muay Thai fighter. He's like another, like
Is he Chinese?
No, he's
No,
Thai.
Thai.
It's like a Thai movie. Yeah. Muay Thai.
Yeah.
What other, like Donnie Yen?
Is Donnie Yen Chinese?
I think he's Chinese too.
Okay.
Yeah, I know like there's a lot of like action fighter like actors, and yeah, I watched like all their movies. But my favorite would be like Ip Man or Bak or Jackie Chan usually.
I own all of the movies you just said on disc, like all the Ip Mans. And what I liked about Ip Man was learning about how like the Chinese fought in World War II, and then he comes back from World War II. Is it 2 or 3 where he...
Was it 2? I remember seeing that scene where he was like, it was during the wartime.
And then he's impoverished, even though he's the guy that trained Bruce Lee. And
right.
I really like the Ip Man movies, and even everything, like, it's still like, how the hell did he do that?
Right.
How the hell did he do it? Oh, yeah, Donnie Yen has to be Chinese because he plays Ip Man, right?
Yeah.
And sorry, that escaped me for a second, because that's the thing that launched him. And Tony Jaa is on Bak. Have you seen The Protector?
I watched all those. Yeah.
Where are my elephants?
Right. The thing, I think between both of them, like they have a scene where it's literally just breaking bones. They just have a bunch of people come attack them, and they're just breaking bones. They're just destroying a group of people.
Because 2 and 3 take place in the past, right? They or something like that.
Yeah, like when he was younger. Yeah, I think so. And the Protector, I think that's when he has this elephant.
Wait, is the Protector the one where they break bones?
I don't remember. They're kind of getting a little blurred, but
sure.
Yeah.
And I assume everything we just said was like gibberish to you.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen them. I just don't remember any of them. No.
Like, so you're a martial arts movie fan. You wrestled and
yeah. I don't know. It brings me maybe some comfort or some relatability to like combat sports kind of thing. And I watch UFC too. And then the college wrestling just ended, but yeah, I usually watch like on ESPN like college wrestling too. So.
College wrestling is on. Wait, were you on ESPN when you wrestled?
No, I wrestled a different division, not
okay.
not D1 or D2, D3.
Oh,
yeah.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, usually like those bigger divisions are covered by ESPN, but yeah, I wrestled at like a lower division.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Do we want to criticize child Jaden Smith in this movie?
Oh, his acting?
Yeah. Like, is he a nepo baby or does he acquit himself well enough?
Was Will Smith the executive producer?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
He specifically made this as a vehicle for his son.
Nepotism happens all the time, though, in Hollywood, so I'm not going to give Jaden that much crap.
I like Samara Weaving, and she's Hugo Weaving's daughter. Yeah.
Niece.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Of course you'd know. But why? Okay, argue for why Jaden is a good, like, he plays his part well, and I'll try to think of why I can criticize this child.
And I don't know, in 2010, were there a lot of good kid actors like you compare him to that stood out? I can't name.
I actually do remember watching movies around then, like Bridge to Terabithia. What's the kid in there?
Nathan, isn't Nate? What's his name? Is the PETA guy?
The guy who's in the Hunger Games later. Is that the same guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Forget
Josh Hutcherson.
Josh, yeah, that's his name.
Honestly, though, like, he's not as impressive to me as the young girl is in that who dies in Bridge to Terabithia. Sorry if you haven't seen Bridge to Terabithia. You should watch Bridge to Terabithia. It's very good.
You'll cry.
I cried. I cried. I had a good manly cry at like 18 or 19 watching Bridge to Terabithia.
What did you dislike about Jaden's acting?
A little stiff sometimes, and then too hammy other times, like tonally out of place. But then the counter to that is it helps. I think I'm not going out too far over my skis to say being like kind of wild and jokey is not as common in Chinese culture as it would be in, say, someone who's from Detroit. And he's from Detroit in the movie. So I really like that because Michigan.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Rush Hour. I feel like they did it. They wanted to play into like the cultural differences or the differences between, and so I think I kind of like agree. I think like some of his acting was obviously like that, but I think too like with when I guess there's like that emotional scene like with his mom like outside like where they lived kind of thing, but I think like his acting on the emotional side kind of surprised me because I was like, oh, like I guess I never thought he could like actually like be like emotional on camera like that. So I was like, oh, that was kind of like different because I was like didn't know that he could do that. So
he's pretty decent in this movie. I haven't seen. He was pretty decent in Pursuit of Happiness as well, which came out before this. But I haven't seen After Earth, and I question.
He's much worse than After Earth.
Okay, and then he's going through puberty, man. I mean, that's gonna throw you for a loop. But like, why hasn't he kept acting? I think he said something like he didn't get like the parts he was getting offered or something like that. Go audition instead of just waiting for offer only.
Yeah, he probably doesn't need the work. He's probably just living off that money.
The Red Table Talks.
Red Table Talks.
The podcast.
Yeah, his parents' podcast where his mom revealed that she was doinking one of his friends, and Will just had to take that one on the chin and go, "Well, you're the one that makes me seem, not weird." So,
and then he went to slap Chris Rock. Yeah,
I want to give Will and Jada credit because I assume they both deserve the credit for Taraji P. Henson being in this. Like, what's everyone's relationship to Taraji P. Henson?
She's phenomenal. I think she plays a great mother in like a lot of movies. I think I first saw her in Hustle and Flow.
Hell yeah!
I was like, yeah, she does great. And then in this movie, I think she does a good job of portraying like Jaden's mom. I think.
Did you watch Empire?
I did not watch Empire, but my mom's watched Empire, and the reason why I relate to Taraji P. Henson is because I kind of see my mom in her acting in some ways.
Okay.
Because my mom kind of acts like her and speaks like her in a way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Your mom is what? Wow, if you had to describe how Taraji P Henson and then by extension your mom speaks, what would that be?
I think like the way that she interacts with like Jaden, very like fun and playful, but like can be like strict at times, and then like very like vocal, if that makes sense. Like not afraid to speak her mind, kind of thing.
Do we think the 1984 movie is sacrosanct? Like, is it above like? Is when I think it, so one of my problems with the Karate Kid to begin with is that it's a knockoff franchise.
Of what movie? What franchise?
You don't know? Wait,
No.
you guys don't know?
No. The Karate
Well, we
Kid.
probably know of the movies.
Rocky.
French. Oh,
Yeah, like it's very fair to say that they basically took the Rocky formula and then turned it into the Karate Kid.
Did they?
Yes. Like this is like a well-known thing. It's like, oh,
alright.
and then there's the series of Rocky movies, and there's the series. I think the Rocky series is, better because there are 3 good Creed movies and there's only one good.
The only
reboot
problem
with-
is Daniel doesn't lose though in the movies, because he doesn't lose in 1, he doesn't lose in 2.
that's his name, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. Oh wow, I just came up with that. Yeah.
Johnny the whole time.
Daniel and Johnny. Yes,
Yeah,
Oh,
Daniel
yeah.
doesn't lose in the
Daniel's son.
movies,
Yes,
and he never gets a new teacher or a mentor.
and he doesn't spar anyone, but still
Yeah,
wins a tournament,
still
which
wins.
is silly. And they repeat in this movie. Sorry, spoiler.
So I wouldn't say it's a knockoff of Rocky.
Do we want to go? Do you feel like you could rank all 6 movies if you needed to?
Six of the Karate.
This is the Karate Kid movies. Yeah, if you had to rank them, how would you rank them?
Are
I
there
don't think I
6?
could.
I think I would go 2010, first one, second one, next Karate Kid 3, and then
Wow.
Legends I haven't seen.
Uh-huh.
It probably would be less.
Yeah. And Hilary Swank is in next Karate Kid, and I did like that when I was a kid, so I'm putting that forth. But you're right, I did like in 2. I thought that was a good version of like a sequel to like bring it somewhere else. And how they then integrated that movie into Cobra Kai, I enjoyed. So you got Cobra Kai to look forward to in the future, my friend.
Right.
You may enjoy it. Something that started as a YouTube show when YouTube
really?
was making shows.
Not know that.
Yeah, it's sort of weird. Should we move into spoilers so I can talk about things that happened in this movie?
Yeah, I think we can. See you guys there. Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.
Yeah, I think like for me, I'm just sharpening up my gaffing skills so I can be a better director or DP. So, it's not like something I advertise, but I think like people see me on certain sets and like, hey, like, do you want to gaff? I'm like, okay, sure. I'm also not above anyone. I just like, all right, let me be a PA. I don't care. So, yeah. So I try to help out as much as I can. But yeah, I think Peng and Shuo, they didn't really know any like gaffers, and they wanted to make sure that that what they needed that I could do. And then I helped them create like a lighting design before. So we did a scout. We did a scout, and then I was like, all right, we're gonna need a 1200, and we needed 300. And then like I kind of like took some photos, and I just like put, I don't know, I sketched lights where they needed to be on set. So like right when we got in the morning, I can just like, all right, set it up because we already know.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I try to be as prepared on set instead of like guess.
Right.
So I feel like people who have worked with me, they're like, oh yeah, I love how you like create like a lighting design so like we don't have to like take so much time to set up.
Is that a standard thing? I never heard that before. A light design? Have you done a light design, Nick?
It's standard. I haven't done it.
Oh.
But doesn't just because I haven't done it doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's not standard. No, I'm the non-standard one.
We do lighting design for productions a lot, like our live productions.
Sure, yeah.
But then it's like you're not moving around.
Yeah.
Does it look
All
silly?
right. Yeah.
It does?
You'll be good.
that up a little?
Well, I'll put it back up after this, but